You know, I don't think people fucking know this, but like, if you have a Chihuahua, why did you choose the most inferior breed of dog?
And welcome to the Liquid Courage podcast.
Yep,
Uh,
that tracks. All right.
The question stands though.
Like, I've had maybe one not shitty Chihuahua. You know what I mean? Like, there's like one okay one out of 200 fucking sniveling piss buckets of dogs.
Every Chihuahua looks like you're going to break them.
Every
And they know it.
Chihuahua looks like it has done copious amounts of methamphetamine. And
it's just
also is
A
the
meth head who
meanest
has
thing in
not
the entire
taken care
world.
of themselves.
Yeah, which would arguably be most meth heads.
All meth heads mostly.
In case you're wondering, folks, the reason we're talking about Chihuahuas is because this episode of Liquid Courage podcast. By the way, hope you liked the one-off with the crossover. Go listen to that one and go watch it. Because you know what? I fucking hate both of these episodes, so I'm going to be real contrarian this time around. So if you don't like it when I'm a contrarian, me, Mario, I'm Chris Pratt. No, I'm not. I'm not an
Sorry,
asshole.
Chris Pratt.
Yeah, no,
I
it's
mean,
not.
It tracks.
It's not because he's a misogynist shitbird.
Whoa!
He is actually.
But
I know nothing of Chris Pratt.
That's okay. That's some current content that only plays for about this week.
That's not the Chris I love.
That's not the Guardians of the Galaxy Chris Pratt I know. I'm Taylor. Sheldon said words, and so did Tim. We're here.
Yep,
If you're,
sure did.
hey, I need you to know something. If this is the first episode you listen to, don't go find another one.
This is a bad episode to start on.
I'm a cranky boy. Go find another one.
If you're an advertiser, go to episode.
Go to the one where I did the good ads. Go.
Go to the Freaky Fred episode.
There you go. Yeah, for season 1. Go listen to those.
If you're a fan of Chihuahuas, maybe you should
here's the
also
thing.
stop.
Here's the fucking thing. Nobody's gonna jump in and be like, "Oh shit, I really fucking loved Stormy Weather for Courage. That was my favorite episode." Unless they're horny.
Oh.
Because
that dog.
She's shittily clad. Yeah.
Tim, weren't you saying this was one of your favorite episodes?
Yeah, Tim.
The Sandman is a good part. It's a good part of this episode.
I'm not horny for dogs.
I don't like the dog part. That's not very good. I do like how the
Wow, you hate Olive Courage?
Wow, he hates all of Courage except Sandman.
Tim, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go beat up Taylor now. Taylor, how could you not like these episodes?
I like Sandman over. No.
Yeah. All right. So that one-off was fun that we did.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that more.
Taylor's gonna do anything he can to not
I
address these two episodes. It's not.
I don't want to.
I don't think the episodes are particularly bad. They're not the worst Courage episodes, but they're
I think they were fine.
They're okay. They're fast. They're very
The more
fast.
Taylor talks down on them, the more I'm starting to lean into the maybe they weren't.
What if this is my entire strategy? What if
you make us hate this?
What if I've learned that if the more I talk down on something, the more that you'll defend it, and so I can just take a back seat to episodes?
Stand.
The more we'll defend it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to defend the first part of this episode at all.
Well, actually,
Well, you know what the trivia says.
Oh, I will be giving trivia for both these episodes. Don't you both fucking worry. It's here.
So yeah, hey, folks.
It's
I hope you enjoyed our. Are we gonna call that our Halloween special?
For
No.
last month?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, it's our October special.
If you were
That was our. Hey, you know what that was? That was our October surprise. That's what that was.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, last year we did Garfield games on the YouTube channel.
We
This year
also
we watched
hey,
a movie.
we also played the Courage game. It just went really fast.
Yeah, it was a much quicker game.
It went really fast because I had forgotten how much I remembered.
Yeah.
You're like, go here. Oh shit, it's over.
Because I unlocked a part of my brain that had laid dormant for years.
Flash games? Oh no, I know what to do here.
No, it wasn't just. It was that Flash game, Tim. It was that Flash game and the Garfield game. Those two things. Hey, go watch those. If you haven't,
Go play those games. If you
go
can get
play
the,
them. Actually,
I
download
don't-
the thing
go
to
play
do
it.
it.
The internet time machine. Go back machine.
That won't work. because it's Flash, and even
Ah,
that won't work.
You're right.
So you have to get the little Flash player thing that lets you play every Flash game available.
How long can I delay this conversation?
So stormy weather.
So stormy weather,
fine.
Taylor. What are the 2 episodes we're talking about
We're
today,
talking about
Taylor?
stormy weather and the Sandman sleeps.
Oh, okay.
Fucking. All right. So full disclosure, in case you haven't figured it out, I don't like stormy weather. Sandman sleeps is at least kind of fun.
Tolerable. Yeah.
Stormy
Mortal
weather
Kombat.
makes me fucking
Uneasy.
so cranky, and well, uneasy as a kid, cranky as an adult. Because spoiler alert, the woman tries to steal fucking Muriel's dog, and that's just not fucking cool. I hate that shit. Like, it just makes me mad. And so I have several layers of hate on top of this. And I want to yell through this. I don't know. Do you want me to summarize, or does somebody else? Because I'm going to go really fast. I need you to know that. I'm going to go so fast.
I don't have a problem with that tonight.
Yeah.
All right. So,
I mean, what is there to go over?
Do you
I'll
want
do
me
it.
to do it? Jesus.
You want to do it? Fuck it. I hate this episode. I hate Stormy Weather so
I will
fucking much,
do.
Tim.
I am not as drunk
can't-
as I probably usually am, so I could probably do
I
this.
hate it.
I'm just leading it. I'm like, man, fuck,
I don't
what was there
fucking
to
like
hate?
it. I don't like it. It's
He doesn't
only
like-
an episode. It's only an episode for people who are like are horny for the like add-in character, and that's it. Like, I don't fucking get who else wants this fucking episode.
Is there someone out there that's like, oh baby, fucking
Yeah,
stormy
Tim,
weather's
it's
on.
Hey buddy,
Turn
it's the
down
internet.
lights.
Hey buddy, it's the internet.
What was her name?
Her
The
name,
Storm Goddess.
the Storm Goddess.
It's just Storm Goddess.
I thought it was
Goddess.
about to be like her name was literally Stormy Weather for a second.
No, that's the thing, is that
that
you
would've
would
been
think
nice.
that they would give some kind of name to this person. And, like, clearly she's supposed to be some Grecian god. Like, okay, so fuck this shit.
Do you want to start from the beginning? Let's
So, okay, Stormy.
We
Okay,
haven't
so the
started.
plot starts. The plot starts with Courage outside licking a bone as he does, and there's a fucking woman crying, and there's a big rain cloud over her, and she's got red hair, she's got dark skin, and she's got the storm cloud above her, and she's very sad, and she spies Courage, and she runs over, and she's like, "Oh, doggy," and she throws a ball, and Courage is like, "This is fucking weird," which is the proper response to all of this situation.
I mean, if
Two
I saw a
Storm
stranger
Clouds.
walk up to my dog and just start hanging out with it in my
It
front
would
yard,
be different if they were dressed as a Grecian god and had a storm cloud over them.
but it's
Yeah.
Halloween.
It's
if-
not.
If you lived in a college town and you had a dude in a toga come up to your dog and just started like awkwardly petting it and throw a ball that he pulled out of nowhere. in
He's
front
on
of your
LSD.
dog. Yeah. And then he
He's on
breaks
LSD. It's a different
the
time.
guitar on the staircase. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That was an underappreciated reference to Animal House, and
Animal
I'll allow it. And so this happens, and Courage is rightly freaked the fuck out. Which,
But when is Courage
honestly,
not freaked
well,
the fuck
yeah.
out?
And now I sit here and I'm like, every other dog is gonna be like, "Oh, okay," because every dog is that way. But Muriel comes out, sees it, and she's like, "Oh, you made a friend." And even Courage is like, "No, this bitch is insane." Like, you can, like, I've never read a Courage.
She's in a toga.
I've never read a Courage line as, "No, this bitch is insane," so hard before. But that's the body language that he gives off.
No.
Yeah. And like, she comes in. It's such a fucking weepy episode. She comes
not great.
inside and they have a cup of tea, and this is when we learn the plot, which is the Storm Goddess has lost her dog Duncan, who's also a purple dog, but he's like a shitty version of Courage. And Duncan is lost, and she sees Courage and is like, "The resemblance is uncanny." And even Muriel's like, "This bitch is insane," and
You
says,
can't
"Oh
just
yeah,
replace
sure
the
is."
dog with my dog.
And clearly shit's fucked up to this point, and it. Uh,
As a child, did you have a dog
uh,
taken
yeah.
from you, Taylor?
No, I didn't. I didn't have a dog taken from me, but it doesn't matter because this hits like two fucking things that piss me the fuck off. Which is when I was a kid, I was scared. I said it, storms, and I didn't like. As a dog owner, I don't fucking like the idea of people trying to take my fucking dog.
Yeah, I agree with both those.
So this actually pinged two problems with me, Sheldon. Thank you.
You have.
We all
There's a
grew up in
woman that not
Kansas.
only wants to take your dog, she will summon storms if she does not get your dog.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like
As the
Go
story
ahead.
progresses, the storm gets worse. Like it, we all grew up in Kansas. We know that like in a moment's notice, things can fucking change in the weather.
Head to the shelter. Head to the basement.
Yeah,
to the
tornado
basement,
time.
grab your ankles and kiss your ass goodbye.
yeah. Because even if you were in the
And
basement,
And then
it's
you
not
have
gonna
your
help
dad going, "Oh, I want to go."
My
go take a
favorite,
look at it."
Oh,
my
we're
favorite
gonna
part
get
of
a
the
picture of
story
it.
is that like, Sheldon and I are out from the fucking frontier, and Tim's from a metropolitan area that's like it might hit you. Who the fuck knows?
There was tornadoes all the time. We had that.
Tornadoes are
McConnell
bad, no
tornado.
matter where they hit.
Yeah.
Really.
We had that tornado that hit the Air Force Base, McConnell's Air Force Base, when I was like 4 or 5, and it just completely obliterated it. Like 100 homes or something. Like seen like that. It.
Did you know one time? Hey, here's some Kansas trivia, folks. Did you know one time that a bomber from the Air Force Base just fucking crashed in a neighborhood in Wichita? Just like fell the fuck out of the sky
Yeah, that's
in
about
like
right.
the 50s and just obliterated like 2 or 3 fucking neighborhoods, and it was horrifying because I didn't know that until
Oh.
I was in college and read about it as a part of a project that I had to go through.
I
And
did
it was
not know that.
horrifying. It's so fucking scary.
The
to think
idea
of it.
What
that, you know,
neighborhoods?
It
What?
was a predominantly African American neighborhood in Wichita,
Oh.
and it just dropped the fuck out of the sky.
Huh. Yeah, it just dropped for no reason out of the sky.
No, it did. No, like even the Air Force is like, we don't know what the fuck happened. The pilots are like, the engines just stopped working. Like it took off, it had taken off, and it was coming around. And as it was coming around, the engines failed, and it just dropped.
So it landed on Grove Street, is what you're saying.
It was so bad. Like it was so fucking bad. Like I read an account of a guy who like was in his house and watched his neighbor's house get engulfed in flames, and his neighbors like run out into the street on fire.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, it was fucking terrible.
You said it was like in the 50s, like maybe 65?
Yeah, 60. Yeah, it was in there somewhere.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, right? Holy shit, you have no idea, and you just read about it. I read a whole book. It made me cry.
God damn.
Oh no, it was on Grove Street.
Mm-hmm.
I meant that as
Oh.
a joke. Because the site is several blocks northwest of Wichita State University.
Yep.
Yeah, and that is not too far from where I live. Yeah, I've lived in that area before.
Yeah, like that shit happened. So when we talk about that has nothing to do with storms, but when we talk
No.
about storms, it freaks me the fuck
Yeah.
out when I was a kid, and I didn't like
You
this
just
episode
don't like
because of it.
the idea of 1 second everything being fine and then what?
Yeah, and so like this episode weirdly put me off when I was a kid because I was petrified of storms. So
Yeah, fuck. Every time the sirens went off, just to test them every month, I would freak out when I was a small kid.
I understood the test. Like that was
It
pretty.
took me a lot longer than it should have.
Yeah. Did you know some fucking towns just blow them at noon? Like it's just a
Yeah.
noon whistle. Like we're a fucking mining town.
Really? That makes sense, actually.
We gotta know when it's noon.
Fuck off. I hate that shit. It bugs. Yeah, it's so dumb. It's so fucking stupid.
Well, Taylor, time's
I
just
get
a
it.
concept.
It's a test to the whistles, but like
Every day.
it's like we're in the goddamn fucking Tennessee Valley. It's like, oh, time to out of the mines. Fucking gotta spend that company script.
Yeah, I was just thinking that too. The company money. That song that we
stupid.
can't sing or we get fucking sued.
Mhm.
Anyways,
Surely Tennessee Ernie Ford is in the public domain. surely 16 tons is in the public domain. By
I don't know. It seems like something
Dude, if-
someone would grab up.
one would argue if you loaded 16 tons and all you got was another day older and deeper in debt, you would be pretty fucking upset.
Yeah, I would say
God
so.
damn.
Yeah, not wrong. You know, saying it's spoken word is not copyright. So you know.
Just go through the whole song.
It's fair use
Hang on,
at
I gotta
that
get my
point.
guitar.
But you have to say it with that tone.
Taylor wants this episode not to be able to be
I hate
published.
So the Storm Goddess is now
Yeah.
having a cup of tea with Muriel.
Yeah.
Yep.
She
And-
is, and there's a she takes Courage out. Courage freaks the fuck out, and for some reason, I don't know why, but they keep inviting her in to
Well,
like.
Well,
To
I mean,
dinner.
at this point, they just have Courage. She just has Courage as a hostage. At this
I
point,
guess you're-
so-
I mean, she takes him outside. They come back inside. They have well, I guess they
spaghetti.
she destroys the kitchen with her wind power, and this again solidifies that. Man, every time you think Eustace is gonna have like a little bit of okayness, he's just a bigger shithead because the kitchen's destroyed and he runs in and he comes in. He's like, it's a mess in here. Clean it up, and it's like, go fuck yourself, you old crotchety bitch. He's particularly an asshole in
He
this
is-
episode too.
He is
Hungry.
more than just an asshole. He's just a fucking jerk the whole time.
Yeah, and.
Man.
I hate he's just like over the top shitty in this episode, and I forget that he is that bad sometimes. I guess where I'm like that he doesn't deserve that. No, he
every day
deserves
you,
everything.
You forget, and he exceeds your expectation of shit.
Every day he exceeds my
Yeah.
expectations of a fucking douchebag.
Oh man, I don't know what it is about these middle episodes because I feel like season 1 and season 4 there is some development, but literally from season 2 and 3 you don't have any
Yeah.
character development at all for Eustace, which
At least
it's a
your truck
cartoon.
didn't blow up.
Yeah, that was
Can we,
good.
fuck, maybe we should just watch that again.
We've already watched something. We've
It's
already
so
done a
good, though.
podcast over that.
I know, but it was really good.
If we could do live riffing of that right now, we would, but we cannot do that. We
um,
can't-
yeah.
I
no, I get it.
so the goddess and Muriel are fighting
You're-
over Courage.
You're
All right,
trying
no,
real
no.
hard to move this along.
yeah. No, they're having that spaghetti dinner, right? And,
Yeah, they go to the spaghetti dinner.
and
Forget.
the Storm Goddess is kind of alluding how she's just going to take Courage and leave.
I mean,
'Cause she-
you
yeah,
could get
she's-
another dog.
Well, no, she says like she even like says like courage. Like I can't live without my courage. Which
Yeah.
is dumb.
Yep.
It's not. It's my Courage. So,
And yeah, so they get into a big fight. Eustace is trying to eat through the entire dinner, and he keeps getting splatted with
messiest food.
spaghetti.
Spaghetti. Yeah.
Just splatted, and I mean that because it says splat every time he gets splatted with spaghetti.
It is the old
Hungry.
school Batman thing.
Yeah, it's like
Kapow.
Biomutant over here. And so this is going on, and it turns into her the Storm Goddess. I hate that they didn't give her a name. Like,
I'm just gonna call
just
her
call her
Stormy.
Storm. Yeah, or Stormy.
You
I
can
guess they
blame-
couldn't call her Storm because X.
You're right.
Yeah. You can not call
Also,
her Storm.
she's the same
Wait.
character model as the parachute lady.
Oh, she is.
She is it.
I couldn't fucking figure out where I've seen that design before, and it was
a
like,
dark-skinned woman that controls
yeah,
the weather.
it's parachute lady. Okay. And the house gets destroyed. Where does Eustace go?
He.
Doesn't he
Fuck,
get
what-
he gets
where-
stripped nude? He gets stripped nude.
He,
Well, almost
he fucks
nude.
off. Like,
Yeah.
but no, he literally gets sucked up in the storm like Courage does after Courage ties Muriel down to the
Sucked
radiator.
off.
Yeah, I think Eustace just disappears.
He just fucks off. I'm not joking. He's out.
I think
He's
you're
gone.
right. And that's when Courage gets an epiphany.
Oh,
Gets,
we'll find the dog.
Yeah. And he's like, I gotta find him. And so he goes to find Duncan, the goddess's dog, because he like looks at the picture and he's like, "I'll go find him." And like the picture of the dog is clearly like a dog on clouds, and so part of me is like, "Oh, he's gonna go like up into the clouds." And this is the part that I forgot because I was like, "Oh, go up to the clouds." It'll be like a Mount Olympus kind of thing because she's dressed as like a Greek god.
Dog's got to be among the gods.
Yeah.
Dog god.
Nope, I was wrong.
No, he's in a sewer.
Yeah, he goes to multiple places. Hey, did you know that the rat has a name? Or the mouse has a name?
He does have a name. It is Duncan, isn't it?
No. That's the dog's name.
That's the dog's, yeah.
So Courage
Charlie
tries to find him, and he ends up in the diner that was in season 2 or season 1?
2.
2? And
Good cheap burgers.
The mouse is there, and the mouse's fucking name is Charlie the Mouse.
Yeah, that's right, Charlie. Taylor, what's your dog's name?
Fuck off.
Yeah, Charlie's a really good name.
But here's the thing. They don't ever say the mouse's name, but they've given him a name.
I think they have in the very first time we saw him. Because remember, in one of the previous episodes, he lived in the bag house. And he came out of the mouse hole, and Courage paid him something to take care of something.
He just calls him Mr. Mouse. And again, I don't think he's ever actually named in a Courage episode. I think they just named him Charlie.
I mean, if he shows up multiple times, you need to call him out something.
It goes to show you that they could have named the Storm God.
Yeah, I agree.
He's Parachute Girl.
Now is a good... She's Parachute Girl. Now's a good time to point out that this is Billy Arson? Aronson? Who wrote this? Which I think this might be it's one of the few episodes he wrote.
That he's top billed for, yes.
Yeah. So...
I would argue that he probably worked on several, and at the very least is probably one of the more absurdist writers.
I like how when I look up his thing in the Courage Wiki, it has 5 episodes listed that he wrote on, and then the 6th one is just others. Fucking thanks, guys. You really did the thorough work there.
Listen, sometimes all you can find.
Again, we're the foremost experts on this.
Yeah, it's looking like we are the experts on Courage. We're getting there.
I want this title.
You and me to the end.
I will be the Courage expert.
He wrote 1 episode of Codename Kids Next Door, too.
He did? That's awesome.
One episode.
What episode? What's it called?
Caked 3 and Operation Lockdown.
Those are horrible ones. Oh, Lockdown. That was from season 1 or 2. That's where they got locked inside and they had an intruder inside with them.
He has also wrote numerous Courage episodes. I guess he's got 9 fully written by credits from Courage.
Courage? Wow.
Yep.
You got him on IMDb.
He's also wrote at least 18 episodes of Wonder Pets.
Well, that's unfortunate.
He is mostly known for apparently writing very small kid shows, like Peg the Cat, or Peg and Cat.
I was about to say Peg the what now?
And he wrote 50 episodes of Octonauts. Jesus Christ.
Oh no, not Octonauts. So he's a Nick Jr. guy, ain't he?
He is a Nick Jr. man.
I mean, there's something to that.
Go.
As a man whose career honestly could be done freelancing, I understand why he would do that. Also, you don't have to.
All right, so Courage goes to find the dog, can't find the dog. Charlie the rat says, I ain't seen that dog. He goes down the sewer. He falls in the sewer. Courage goes through the sewer, and he's going through the sewer, and then he finds the
God Bone.
The God Bone.
The Deus Ex Machina of
Yeah, it's stupid.
of courage.
And it's because Courage was licking a bone, you see. And where we find
See, it's
Duncan.
foreshadowing, see, said Billy.
Yeah. It's foreshadowing. That's where we find Duncan the dog licking the God Bone, surrounded by a whole bunch of dog skeletons.
Yeah.
Because
They
Yeah,
died licking the
This
bone.
bone
Yeah,
is just so
once you start
delicious.
once you start licking, you just can't stop. It's like a Tootsie Pop.
Once you
What
stop
is
licking,
the-
you just get sticking.
What is the God voice is? Because there's a God voice that just comes over, which makes also no sense. But I guess if there's already a
It's
God in this episode,
essentially I
Fuck
I
it.
want to say that it just goes
this bone.
because I don't have the full quote. It's like if you start licking, you're not gonna stop.
Yeah,
Like,
and
you
he
be
goes,
careful
Whoso
because of
licketh
you.
The dog
Yeah.
bone
He
will
says
like
it's just that good. That's it.
That's good.
Just put that anywhere for any fucking commercial.
It's just
And
that good.
Courage's tongue acts on its own, which I found very strange. And he has to tickle it with a feather
And then
which-
tie it.
and tie it up so it doesn't do it. And then he tries to just take the whole bone with Duncan, and then he gets attacked by dog skeletons.
Well, it is all over the place this episode.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
goes a lot, guys.
I want to
and-
say they could have done better if they would have based this episode off of like an ancient myth, like Jason the
I'm-
Argonauts, or
Yeah, I would argue that they're probably like alluding to something like that, but I don't care enough to look up.
but
He's
which
very
one?
upset.
I don't know any of them that's like that.
That's the thing though, right? Like it's about temptation, it's about like greed, it's about, whatever.
Yeah,
Insert your moral compass here.
it's not a far off thing for a Courage episode to be about. Not at all.
I
It's just they
suppose.
get there in a really, really weird way. Like,
So
Yeah.
after it, God, you know what? The more we talk about the episode,
this is not a good.
Oh, that's the thing. This is an episode where if you talk about it, if you had to describe this episode to a random person who's never seen Courage the Cowardly Dog, they'd go, "That's a fucking weird show."
Yeah, if they watched this episode as the first episode, they would not understand anything about this show. They would,
so dog skeletons, huh?
yeah, the dogs beat the shit out of Courage.
I did like that. I did like
Yeah, it was pretty good.
bopping Courage with a bunch of bone. And then he beats them back with the bone, which is again, it's just a horny episode.
The god,
And he then uses the bone to drill up through the earth to the bag farm. Oh yeah, also he thought of Muriel as a skeleton, so that stopped him from wanting to just lick the bone to death.
also, Muriel as a skeleton kind of looked like Ben Franklin. Just gonna throw that out there. Not
A
A little bit.
not a thing
Oh,
that they were
sexy Ben
doing, but
Franklin.
it's pretty funny.
A thick, so thick.
Scottish thick Ben Franklin. And then he ends up at the top where the Storm Goddess continually is like, "My dog Courage." And Courage is like, "No," but then he realizes if I play into this, clearly jealousy will get the better of Duncan, and he's fucking right. And so Duncan, the tiny angry chihuahua, does what angry chihuahuas do and turns into a demon and then jumps into the arms of the Storm Goddess, and the episode's over.
Yeah, they leave, and then
Well,
it's just
that part of a episode's over. Ugh. Dumb.
Oh,
And then
my
Courage has the
God.
dog bone, or the god bone.
Yeah, I mean it's yeah. So
Just like
can I jump
No.
in here? And usually this is where I do trivia, but there is none for this episode, which is
Oh
also
my
concerning.
God,
But there is
still hate
one
it.
thing. Taylor's
Tim's adding trivia right now.
no, I know Taylor. You've had this wiki open. You can get it open really fast.
you absolutely cannot read that.
You sure?
You absolutely cannot. It's so long. B, it's just some asshole's comment.
It's
You mean
copy
Satan
pasta.
number 666
And he
comment?
posted on 6/6 of 2021. He probably
Yeah.
posted at 6:66 p.m., which would have
If
been
you-
7:06 p.m. A.m. actually. But
It's just some asshole posting a copy pasta about D's nuts.
it has
Ah.
Kitty Kong in it. And Steve, I don't know who the fuck Steve is.
Minecraft.
Steve. It's gotta
Oh
be.
no, it is
Mhm.
Minecraft Steve. It's got John Cena theme in it.
Why? I want to know why he chose this episode.
This is the only place this is on in the
Like you
whole
said.
wiki. This guy has
Yeah.
no like anything else. This is it.
Nope. It's just that.
He's thirsty.
Let me
after
see.
watching
Let me go to his contributions. That's it. That's it. That's literally it.
Yep.
That's beautiful. That is that has to be poetry.
He has been banned.
Okay, so his
Why
profile
is
is
his comment
Satan
left?
number 66, aka 666, the number of the beast.
He's
Banned.
been banned.
He has 10 posts.
He's been actually banned.
They missed. That means they missed one. So he posted this on several different things, right? And
Yeah.
they just missed that one.
Should we inform the authorities?
No,
No,
absolutely not.
no. These are the people that had something very racy in their stuff, but they can't find this post. Yeah.
I fucking hate this A episode so much.
Yeah.
So anyway, boys.
What would you guys think?
We should
I
leave
don't
Taylor's
know.
for last.
Yeah, leave me alone. It's
I'll
gonna
do it
go-
first because I'll be the nicest. But even then, I give this like a 2 out of 5. That's probably like the lowest I think I've gone for any
Damn.
episode.
Not even giving it a special like thing. You're just going. It's 2 out of 5.
2 out of
Oh,
5.
sorry, I didn't.
Wow,
No,
we haven't
no,
we haven't
man,
rated
it's
these in
okay.
a month. so
That
that's a
seems
lot.
about right for this episode.
It's been a while, but it's like 2 dead dog skeletons out of 5.
Oh, Dog Warriors out of 5.
Dog
Oh,
Warriors, that would have been better. Oh well.
Scooby and the Argonauts.
The reason is it's just
Can't
like it's random, right?
It's all over the place. It's fine. You
It's
know what?
okay. It's like if I was watching it, I'd be fine with watching it, but only so I can get to the B part of the episode because the B
It's
part's better.
it's just fine, and that's why I will also rate it a similar 2 out of 5. And I don't think I will give it a symbol. I'm gonna stick to that because I don't know if it's worth it.
All right, so here's the thing. Whatever I rated Cajun Granny Stew, add a
rated
half
it
a
a
point
1.
to that. Okay, cool.
It was
So
one,
it's a
yeah.
1.5. It's a 1.5. Sad storms out of 5. It's not bad. Here's the thing. This is the thing that is controversial, and if people listen to this, they're gonna be mad at me.
Yeah, this is the episode they're gonna get mad.
No,
at
this
us
is the
about.
episode they're gonna
Is
turn on
the-
you, man.
I don't give a shit. They turned it. They haven't turned on me before this.
Yeah.
I understand that this is arguably a good episode. That it has a plot, that it follows the plot fully through. However, my personal preference is what is making me be an asshole. And I don't fucking like this episode. It
It's-
just bugs me.
Not
It makes me a cranky boy, and because it makes me such a cranky boy, and I didn't watch it when I was a kid because I was like, I don't fucking want to deal with this. It's how I feel.
I get it.
Here's the problem, is that Tim's gonna describe the next episode for us because he likes it so much, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, dear listener,
The
don't
synopsis-
fucking enjoy that one too. So
I love the wiki page for this next
So-
episode.
I'm I this is one of those where if you want a good quality review from me, the answer is no.
What we could say is that last episode we watched the Scooby-Doo.
It was
and
so good!
crossover.
Probably.
Compared to this episode, you were right. It is not
It was
anywhere
so
close.
good!
Oh
and
my
nothing
gosh.
like, oh my god, they got the tone right so good on both of them.
So good. They did actually do really well in that movie.
And here's the thing. Here's how I know that these episodes are not nearly as revered as we
Like Freaky Fred and
we cover them, is because the only reason anyone gives a shit about Stormy Weather is because there's the goddess that's in it, and 110% people are horny for that. Tell me one fucking list where the Sandman is going to show up in like top 10 courage villains.
None of them.
Exactly.
No, none of them. You're not wrong. And he's not actually a villain, right?
Bullshit. Yes, he is.
Is it a villain?
He just wanted a good night's sleep.
Let's get to it. Since I'm doing this episode, I just like to start with a question. Is he the villain? No.
No.
Yeah.
This episode starts out with Courage, Muriel, and Eustace all sleeping in bed, and Muriel is snoring, and Courage can't get to sleep because of the snoring. I don't want to talk like this the whole time. That'll just piss me off.
Once upon a time, there was a dog that couldn't sleep.
That couldn't sleep. I'm Tomar. But he, so Courage is grabbing, was it just corks? He corked his own ears because he didn't want to
corks his ears.
Stop Muriel.
Corks his ears, fucking bottles his head. Yeah. He can't fucking deal with these snorings.
Can't do it. And so the camera then pans out the window to nowhere, Kansas, where conveniently across the road from the Bag Farm is a magical forest that has always been there. It
has never not been there. It is always this purple forest.
There was a purple tree before. Remember when that was a big deal? Well, this is where it comes from.
That is the one tree. It spawned the whole forest. It really was a magical tree. No. So the camera starts just rolling through the forest until it gets to a big wax castle. And at the top of the wax castle, it goes through a window of the camera to see a man laying in bed counting literal sheep that are jumping past him. And he's like on like 4,000, 5,000 or something like that.
Yeah, he's up there.
He's been awake for a long time. He's like trying to figure out what, like he's trying to get to sleep and it just won't happen. Evidently, and I don't think at any point it really says it that he's the Sandman, but it kind of
no, he does because he goes, how ironic it is that the Sandman can't get to sleep.
He starts monologuing in the third person.
In the middle of the fucking thing.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you'd have a better time going to sleep if you didn't fucking monologue to yourself.
If you didn't fucking talk.
And the best part of this episode, I will say, is the sheep in his place. Because the sheep are just, like, done with his shit. They're jumping out of obligation to him.
Can't you just fucking sleep already?
Yeah, so one of the sheep's just like, just go to sleep.
I got a wife to go to. I got kids.
Yeah, there's another sheep, like 3 sheep that are playing poker in the corner. Like, they just don't care anymore. They're done. And so the Sandman jumps up from bed because he hears Muriel snoring from, like, apparently fucking miles away.
Fucking 5 ever away.
Yeah. And so he goes, oh, this is it. That's what I need. I'll take her sleep. And he just flies out the window and goes
He's
straight
a whimsical
to the baghouse.
fucking pixie. That's what he is.
So he arrives at the baghouse. He just sits outside the window while he's watching Courage go through this metamorphosis of trying to drone out Muriel's.
He's got the plugs, and then he puts a fishbowl over his head.
And cracks it.
And that cracks because Muriel
snores. And then
snores.
Weird Peter Pan comes through the window.
Yeah. As soon as Courage gets up to, like, try to go downstairs to sleep or whatever, immediately he goes to the window and just goes up to Muriel's face and grabs the sand out of her eyes.
with like the dumbest little, like, Mortal Portal, sand hand bullshit.
Yeah, it's stupid. Like, there's not even a thing on the wiki. First off, the wiki is so sparse with this episode, it pisses me off.
It's like these episodes aren't as great as they should be, but you know.
The last episode had 6 paragraphs.
Yeah.
Why?
People love it.
No one gives a fuck about story. Anyways, no one gives a fuck about Sandman. I get that.
But it was.
At least this is written by Cohen, though.
Yeah.
But so, anyways, he takes the physical sand out of Muriel's eyes, and then he goes back. He flies out the window, flies back to his palace, and shoves it back in his eyes. And then he immediately falls asleep, the same snoring that Muriel had. So he sounds like Muriel sleeping, basically. So Muriel is now awake, eternally awake, and she's like, "Oh, this is weird. I can't go back to sleep." And so does it flash 2 days forward?
But
like it's
2 days.
Yeah, basically 2 or 3 days later, it shows Muriel making breakfast for Eustace, and Eustace is like, "Muriel, where's my breakfast? Because I'm a jerk." And
Because he's an asshole.
Just a complete.
I'm not having trouble sleeping.
He outdoes himself in this shit. It's so fucking. Oh, it's so infuriating. Sorry, go ahead.
Muriel then dumps a raw egg with shell in Eustace's plate, and so he goes and grabs. He's reading his newspaper, doesn't even pay attention. Grabs it, puts it in his mouth, and it spits it out and goes, "Ah, it's fucking gross."
This is awful.
Yeah.
And Muriel sits down. She goes, "Just sorry, I haven't been myself the last couple days. This is sounding like a really bad,
It sounds horrible.
parody."
It literally sounds like if some fucking abusive shithead was just being mean to his wife. And
Not even that, just like how I'm describing it right now, thinking of the dialogue, it sounds like a fucking fan fiction.
it is very odd.
It's very simple. It's not what
it
they
is
would
it is a
write.
very simple B episode, folks.
But at this point, Muriel Eustace goes, "At least get me my toast." So Muriel jumps up and grabs a bowling ball and just puts it on the table next to him. Eustace, not thinking, grabs it and then tries to bite it.
Because he's an idiot. Because he's just a moron.
He's just an idiot.
At least he doesn't have teeth to wreck on the bowling ball. It's
Yeah,
just
I wish he did.
It showed the gums.
I wish he did.
I'm
wreck
glad
his
he
teeth.
didn't.
I'm not.
The worst.
Body horror makes courage better.
Yeah, it does. It would have made this episode way better. Just random gore everywhere. You know what? Memorable.
I don't like this.
Yeah.
I don't like the idea of teeth breaking on a bowling ball.
Yeah.
Have fun dreaming tonight, everyone.
Ugh.
It's November. It's not supposed to be spooky month, but it is.
Well, November's the filler month.
It's not turkey time yet.
Thanksgiving is great. Go fuck yourself.
It is great, but so at this
I've
point,
worked every Thanksgiving.
it flashes to the night where Courage is sitting at the front of Muriel's bed with Muriel's laying there. Courage is playing the keyboard, trying to soothe Muriel to sleep with some music. Until Eustace jumps up and says, "You're keeping me awake," and throws the keyboard against the wall.
It's funny because he doesn't wake up to the snores, guys.
Horrible snoring.
So, at this point, Courage is desperate. He's sitting there, and Muriel just goes, "When I was a wee lad, my
Lass.
a wee lass, my dad would take me out for drives, and it would
This
put
adds
me right
so
to
much
sleep."
more to the Muriel character.
It's so much more layers now.
So
Drives,
Courage,
yes.
Courage grabs Muriel, puts her in the back of Eustace's truck, and starts driving down the road.
Extendo legs.
Only to, while he's driving, to hear the snoring of Muriel. So he thinks Muriel's asleep. So he jumps out of the truck and gets in the back, and Muriel's still awake, delirious as fuck, because she's been awake for 3 days straight.
And let me tell you, when you stayed awake that long, you're probably not a person anymore.
You're not. I'm barely a person for getting 3 hours of sleep 3 days in a row. It's not great.
Ooh.
Somehow I'm still employed. Anyways,
At least you're...
yeah. Courage starts hearing the snoring again, and he realizes it's coming from the magical woods that appeared next to the bag farm.
I'm surprised he didn't go there
That
first.
have
you know?
always been there. They've never been there.
So he drives straight into the woods. I don't think there was a road, but at a
There
certain
was.
point,
There was a road.
Okay.
There was a road in the woods that was always there.
But at a certain point, there's a split in the road. So Courage has to get his head out and listen, and hears that it's to the left, so he goes down the left path. I don't know why that part of the episode's there.
Because you gotta have conflict and tension.
That's not conflict.
Tension.
That built nothing. So they get to the wax castle. Courage realizes that the snoring is coming from the top window at the very top tower. So he's like, well, I can't go through the front door. That'd be ridiculous.
That'd be fucking silly.
So instead, he goes up to Muriel and she says some gibberish or bullshit.
Yeah, because at this point in time, she is very much in sleep psychosis.
So he puts his tongue in her hand and closes it, runs over to a tree that's next to the truck, so that way there's a lot of tension in his tongue, and uses that as a slingshot to shoot up to the top tower window.
Yep.
None of that made sense the way it described it, and it doesn't make sense when watching it. You need a lot more tension points than what was going on there. So Courage is now slingshot into the room where the Sandman is sleeping. So Courage instantly goes up to the Sandman and just starts poking around his eyes, like trying to pull open his eyes, just like he did to Muriel.
Yeah.
And the Sandman immediately wakes up and goes, are you looking for something?
God.
And
This episode.
yeah, it's weird. Courage is then like shocked, but he grabs him and he goes, Courage points out the window to Muriel, and the Sandman goes, yes, well, I'm not giving that back. Sorry.
It's my sleep now.
It's mine.
Yeah.
So Courage does the only reasonable thing he could do and jumps on the bed. And as the Sandman comes up to his triple king-size bed, he goes,
no, that's not enough room.
There's not enough room for both of us in here. Come on, you have to get off. Courage says no and spreads out as far as he can on the bed. Sandman asks him one more time, you have to get off.
I don't like that statement you just said, too.
I know. It's getting worse. Courage goes, no, but he notices there's some kind of bump in the bed.
Oh, it's a princess in the pea. Oh.
Basically. As the Sandman grabs Courage and tries to pull him off the bed, Courage goes into the little bump underneath the bed and pulls out a stuffed panda bear.
Stuffed panda bear.
Teddy, it's you.
Sandman yells, Teddy, it's you. And it immediately goes, you know what? I don't need this anymore, and pulls the sand out of his eyes and gives it to Courage.
He does really bad rhyming, and yeah, then here we are.
I'm not going to repeat it because it's not
No, I'm not gonna.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
But so it then flashes to Courage. Cuts, I should say, not flashes. Cuts to Courage in the back home.
It's actually, I don't know. This is the new Dexter, and it just flashes to Courage.
It flashes to Courage and Muriel in bed at the bag home, and Muriel goes, "Okay, I think I'm ready." And Courage, it just has a first-person view of Muriel, of Courage basically just punching her in the face with the sand, and her falling asleep.
The end.
That's the end of the episode, I believe. I don't think there's anything
That's
else in the
it?
episode. Yeah.
No, that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Least consequential episode.
I don't know if I like this one. I you
Yeah.
know what? I was fine with it, but going back and talking about it,
Very stupid. Yeah, I agree.
Substantially not there.
There is one trivia for this episode. Are you boys ready?
Sure,
coward.
fucking lay it on me.
The trivia fact for this episode of The Sandman Sleeps of Courage the Cowardly Dog is Courage actually cries in this episode. It doesn't give a timestamp, doesn't say when. They just say Courage actually cries.
Actually cries. Like he's a real
He's
person.
an emotionless, like,
yeah, what the fuck? Like, there's
creature.
a point in this episode where it just stops and he's crying on the ground. That's not what happens in this episode. I don't think that
I'm trying
there's
to
a.
remember.
Yeah, I don't either, dude. I don't know. Like that's the thing. We've covered a lot of filler episodes because like it's a long
Cajun
season.
Granny Stew being the
The fucking second one. It's a long season. It really is. It is a long season, and
Not all of them can make.
not all of them can be fucking bangers. Like it just can't happen.
This one definitely not.
This one, not a banger.
Not at
It's
all.
fine. Like I get it that you like it,
You
Tim.
gotta
and
have an
I'm
episode.
I'm trying real hard not to shit on it. I want you to know that.
It's
Oh, you
fun.
are?
You can shit on it because the thing is, when I was younger, I remember this episode just because of how stylized it was and how they had this purple forest and this wax castle. And
Oh no,
this Sandman
art's
guy.
great.
It looks good. It's a very good looking episode, but I think story wise, it is just complete ass. It is not good. Not good at all.
Yeah.
It seems like a fan fiction. It's bad. That's real bad.
It's just really strange when you get down to it. It's like you want it to be better, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's not. It just
You
isn't.
don't know.
It's not good.
I put all of my hate in fucking the A episode of this, which is
And now you're left
arguably
with-
better. It's arguably better.
I don't know better.
It is because it has a fucking at least long plot. Where this is
Yeah.
just old
Hey,
lady
man.
can't sleep. Fucking papers.
More plot doesn't mean better.
I guess you're
Yeah.
right.
That's a good point.
I've seen plenty of animes that prove that wrong.
There were dog skeletons that beat the shit out of Courage. That was
That's
pretty
true.
cool.
It does have dog skeletons. I'm gonna retroactively give the first episode a 2.
I
Wow.
am actually gonna give this episode 2 poker playing sheep out of 5
Huh.
because it is arguably, in my eyes, the same as the first A part of the episode because it
It's
really
just-
has not really
Yeah.
gone anywhere. It's just
I'm
kinda
not gonna
here.
remember this episode.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a question. Have we been rating these out of 10 or 5?
5.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
I don't remember
Oh
either.
shit! Did you say 10 just now, Tim?
No, I said 5.
Okay, we've been doing 5 like the whole
Okay.
time.
Okay. I just don't remember.
Like
actually.
literally, if you just said 10, I was
It's
like,
been
oh,
so
fuck.
long since I've seen a 5.
We've done 31 episodes. I don't know.
It's 5. I am positive, and
I think
I've
that's-
had less to drink.
That's good.
Okay.
And I won't read Twitter, so it's fine.
No, stop reading Twitter.
Oh, guys, someone's gonna go out of their way and be like, actually, guys, you've been
Hey,
rated out of
hey,
10
whoever
until
whoever's
season
out there,
2.
do that because we might get a fucking mattress sponsorship if you do. And don't forget to rate it on Apple.
Mm,
Yeah, that helped us out so much.
well, Fuck
I feel
these episodes just
They're hard to do a
Yeah.
podcast over.
they're not my favorites. So I'm gonna rate it 2 out of 5. Hand sands. It's fine.
Oh yeah, hand sands. Yeah.
I'm not happy about it. I wouldn't be like, oh guys, we gotta watch Courage tonight. It's the Sandman episode.
Stormy weather,
It's
it's
stormy
Sandman.
weather.
Here it comes. The
Oh
Sandman.
man, start it up, put it on the big screen. There he is. There she is.
I kind of wish they had more Sandman dialogue, like more character development
Yeah.
for him. I feel like that would have made the episode better and made him more of a villain. Because, like, even then, at the end of the episode, it's just like he's not really a
He's
villain.
the Sandman. You don't want your kids to be scared of the Sandman, Tim, the man who brings sleep.
as a child who had insomnia and then an adult who has insomnia, I'm telling you, that Sandman doesn't fucking come. Ever. He'll never be here.
He doesn't. He's celibate, actually.
He's an asshole. Oh, get out. He doesn't like fat kids. That's why I stayed awake every night.
I don't know. That snoring might have drawn him closer.
Oh man, gotta get me some of that.
I will give it also a 2. It's a 2 average episode.
Yeah, which isn't great.
I'll give it a 2 weird sheep out of 5.
You bastard, you stole mine.
Fine, a 2 teddies out of 5.
Yeah.
There you go, you did it.
A 2 deflated nightcaps out of 5.
Yeah, those are good. That's a good one.
Deflated nightcaps.
Yeah, it's fine.
2 air quotes toasts out of 5.
Two bowling ball toasts. Yeah, I don't know. Like I want better episodes. I think after our...
It doesn't help that we just got off the movie, which was amazing.
Which was better than we all thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it was the opposite.
I think next episode's a little better. I think it has more character development for some of the characters that we don't already have in the show.
Yeah.
Just looking ahead, and I know the B part of that episode's actually a really good episode. So,
yeah,
we're looking ahead. It's looking good. The problem is
behind
here in the current moment.
Yeah,
the now not great.
Not great. I do blame all this on Billy, who wrote the A part of the episode.
I don't want to blame it on Billy, but
Billy tries, okay?
He did some great works with the checks notes. Octonauts?
Yeah, that's all kid shows. They're all kid shows, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah. It's beh.
I think this episode, if it was on TV and I was drunk,
we'd watch it.
I'd watch it. If I was on TV this year and I was sober, I would not watch it, probably.
I enjoy the fact that the entire premise of this initial podcast was like, hey, we're grown adults and we're going to go back and watch Courage and be like, is Courage actually scary like it was when we were kids? And the answer's been no.
Not really.
Yeah, a resounding no forever.
I mean, there's been some moments that
there's been episodes that have been like unsettling.
Yeah.
But I feel as
for kids it's scary. I'll stick to that statement.
I'll give you that.
Stormy weathers scares me.
As an adult, no longer.
It scares my morality.
It's don't fucking take dogs.
Yeah, don't steal dogs.
If it's not your dog, don't take dog.
That is probably the worst crime, because you're not just stealing like property, you're stealing someone's family member.
You're stealing a friend. You're stealing a friend.
And that's pretty fucked.
Don't take dogs. Unless the dog is in a terrible situation, then fucking take dogs.
No, then call the authorities to take the dog. That's not stealing. That's like calling somebody to like get a kid out of a bad house.
That's true.
You're not going to go steal a fucking kid. You're live with us now, Billy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tim went darker than the rest of us. And with that, be excited for our next episode, because I am.
I am too. It looks good.
I'll be excited as I am when I figure out what they're talking about later.
Woo! Have a good night.
Enjoy.
Bye.
But hey, before you leave, go listen to the episode about the movie and talk about how cool that was.
Podcast over. That was the Liquid Courage Podcast, an in-depth look at every episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog. Music was provided by Visionless. You can find them at www.soundcloud.com/VISIONLESS. IONL3SS. We do not own the rights to Courage the Cowardly Dog. Until next time, have a wonderful night.